You know, you've watched a bunch of these videos so far, and I figured now's a good time for a little break. I just want to share with you, I just got back from a cruise to Alaska. Now, I spoke on this cruise. I was asked by a nationwide real estate investment group called Financial Freedom Network. I was asked to be one of their keynote speakers on the cruise. So I went on this cruise to Alaska. It was a 7-day cruise. We went all through Juneau and Ketchikan and Glacier Bay. And one of the stops that we made was a little town called Sitka. And it's in the southeast corner of Alaska. My background, I have a pretty varied background. And in college, one of the things that I did, a little known fact about me, is I watched whales for credit. I actually looked at an ad in the newspaper that said, watch whales for credit. And I'm thinking, I'm a junior, easy A. So I took this class, UC San Diego. And one thing led to another, and I ended up doing research with gray whales for about 3 years, going down to the lagoons, this and that, and everything else. So when we're in Sitka, there's a whale watching tour that's offered, and you go out with a local biologist. There's only like 5 or 6 people on the boat. And I thought, how cool is that? So we went out into the bay in Sitka, and we saw several humpback whales and some harbor seals and some sea lions and a lot of sea otters, which I've never seen in the wild to that extent before. So it was really, really a cool trip. But one of the things that made this so cool was Davey, who was the biologist. Davey was a real interesting guy. He talked about meeting his wife at the library. Sitka's a real small town. He said that she checked him out at the library. His jokes weren't any better than mine. But one of the things that he shared with us I thought was really, really cool. And this is just a little aside here. Davey and his wife have 2 daughters. And when his oldest daughter was only 5 years old, she'd been born and raised in Sitka and grew up on the main diet up there, which is pretty much fish. So he and his wife took their daughter down to Austin, Texas to go to a wedding. And they're at the rehearsal dinner. And this is the very, very first time that his daughter had chicken. So he says, well, sweetheart, what do you think of chicken? And she says, you know, Daddy, it's pretty good. In fact, it tastes just like halibut.